in parenting and Christian in a Christian school, there's a thing called grades. Every parent has a different style of how to handle grades, and we adopted a very specific path. And as far as I could recall, we never looked at grades after 4th grade, which always tends to shock everybody. And but do you remember looking at the grades, or do you have any idea what the kids made, what their GPAs were in college even?
And I think even more important is just them getting the feeling that their grades are their own. We're here to help,
Sure.
Especially with any resources. Like I think we had to set up parameters, like if it's a C or lower.
Yeah.
I think there was a parameter, based on probably the class, honestly.
I think we said it was I don't know where I got the number from, but I think I told them, if you make below an 83 on anything major, just talk about it at the dinner table, and you get full credit for telling us. It doesn't matter what the number is, and then we have money allocated for tutoring. And that turned the dinner table that you would so hospitably give us, the dinner table became talking about what we learned in our day, not about the nervousness of grades.
Right, because that is that is the main point is learning, and of course you want them to pass and do well and get to colleges, but if they feel like they own their grades and their success and they own their failures, while also learning when to ask for tutoring, a little bit of assistance, or then that's huge toward going into college.
I remember thinking about grades and kids. Ryan came home. I got a phone call from a teacher because he had failed a calculus test. I'm pretty sure it was a calculus test. And when I told him the teacher had called me, he was so angry at the teacher.
Right.
Not for the grade or not for her personally. He was very upset because she didn't know our family rules, and that she was supposed to talk to him, not me. And I said, look, I'm just telling you she called. You have to go deal with it yourself. So he went in the next day and said, I own my grades. My dad does not own my grades. And if I fail, I fail, and you talk to me. And it was like he was turning into a pre-man. Like he was very upset that he was adulting before she realized he was adulting. Right. And the rest of that story was he actually had to withdraw from his calculus his senior year. Do you remember that?
Well, I thought he just failed.
Well, he failed. Yeah. It's called, the technical term is withdraw. Yeah, he actually bombed. Yeah, it was impossible for him to come out of an F. And so what awful parents allow their child to fail calculus their senior year?
But the rest of the story is, so Ryan had already been accepted to High Point University.
Yep.
And we told Ryan, you're going to have to call High Point and talk to who you need to talk to and let them know that you failed or withdrew from
WF
from calculus, and go from there
and take your lumps. They may kick you out.
Right. And whoever it was very kind and gracious, and but then Ryan took calculus in college. He loved it, and he ended up tutoring others.
Yeah, he made an A first
so
semester.
For some reason, that second chance really redeemed in his heart that he could do it.